Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry for the camera, I cannot capture my face and the guitar at the same time. So this is something that people have requested me to do. This is the Mesa Boogie Mark V from Amplitude. As you guys can see here on the right, there's a lot of amps to choose from. AK Multimedia was kind enough to send me this for free. But not everything is free, because there are certain amps here, like especially the Mark V, I had to buy it separately, and when you buy it, it automatically loads a 2x12 cabinet that is not available also, is not free as well. I will see if I can find it here, somewhere around here, okay? Of course you can load your custom IRs, which is a great thing. This software is amazing, sounds very good, and yeah, it's this one, 2x12 Road King. But I'm gonna stick with this one that I've chosen for today, 4x12 recto traditional slant. And then you have your signal path here, you have your tuner, DI, in case you want to hear your DI as well. This could be double or triple, I just want one straight signal. The amp, and then your cabinet. This software is very deep in terms of customization, so you basically can take any tone out of this. And nowadays you also have tone net. We'll talk about that in a second. Then you have the array of your mixer with your microphones, the one you chose, the room we are playing, the bus for effects, DI effects and master effects. We can go there as well. But for now I'm gonna stick just with the amp and just show you guys the tone net is a place where basically you can search for probably already thousands of presets, and they're all free, and most of them, especially I was playing Metallica, and they sound very good. Now this amp has two views, this view and then the rear view, and the first thing I'm going to disengage is the reverb. I don't want any reverb in any channel. And on the reverb mode you have pentode and triode, and that for me doesn't say anything really, because I don't know what that does in terms of you know. Anyways, solo, you also can choose between ALA 34 and 6L6s. We're going to leave it this way. Channel select is the same thing on the front, and the send level. So like all Mesa Boogie amps, can be extremely complicated to operate if you don't really know what you're doing, which is my case. So basically you have three channels, first channel, second channel and third channel. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of things you can tweak for each channel. Like you can have clean here on the first channel, fat, and then tweed will give you more distortion. You can disengage or engage DQ, and I believe if you engage DQ, you have these very famous sliders. If it's off, you'll be working with this EQ. And now correct me if I'm wrong, because so far I did a test, and when it's on, this one seems to do nothing. Now you have normal, bold, and then you have a choice between 90 watts, 45 watts, and 10 watts. So let's put this on clean, and 90 watts. EQ can be on, so we're gonna rely on this EQ, and normal channel. So it sounds like this. I'm using my LTD Kirk Hammett signature guitar with AMG Bone Breakers pickups. Not a lot of volume, but there's a master here, and then presence, gain. Let's put this everything at mid, at noon, except for this thing is annoying because it doesn't go away unless you click it otherwise. You can only push it down here or increase the input. Probably do like this. So now this is a simulation, but it holds up the name of Mesa Boogie, so I assume that the tones should be exactly the same as the real amp. Not, of course, exactly the same as the real amp, but as close as possible. So on the bridge pickup. It's a normal amp. Both pickups, and then on the neck pickup. Lots of fatness. Let me just turn this to bold. Yeah, the gain increases. Probably would be better to use another guitar for this type of application. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much here, just going to the tweet channel. Right away you have some distortion. Now, I don't know if it's best guitar, like I said before, with these bone breakers to get this kind of, I don't know, edge of breakup. These are very versatile, but I think they're not meant to play blues with this stuff, but you can. Now in channel 2 you have different things like edge here, this little knob, and then crunch, I think it's crunch, it says there, right, and Mark 1. So on the edge it sounds like this, and the EQ is on right now, 90 watts. From channel to channel you have always to EQ the volumes, not down here but here, and then save it. A little more powerful, let's put this in thick mode. Without it. Thick, it's a thick, is more thick the tone. The sound, and the gain maxed out. Okay, starting to sound good. Then you have crunch, lots of volume right now, and then you have Mark 1. That by itself sounds muddy as hell. I put it in normal. Now let me engage EQ off and now start dialing some things here, like treble. Let's see if it does anything. It does mid. Okay, now if we put it off because it's on this one, it shouldn't do anything. Let's try out. But it does. On this channel it doesn't do anything. Okay, now this one also works. And you have options like preset or sliders, which yeah, on presets this really disengages this EQ. Now I understand why, because all of these EQs will be working, but you can work with both EQs. I think it's better, right? You have more options. Now you have preset def as well, probably for the 3 channels, so they will work if it's in preset mode. We want a slider, so the EQ will be working as sliders. Now we already have some not noise gate, but some noise. So I'm going to hear 2 pedals. As you can see, there's a bunch of pedals here. And I'm going to grab a noise gate somewhere, like this one. Seems okay. And I'm going to just drag and drop into here. Okay, put it like this. It's better now, okay? And we have this. Extremely brutal tone. What I'm going to do for now, and disengage it, but just put it before it's a tube screamer. We want to get the best out of this amp, so just going to disengage it for now and put this in classic mode like this, sort of. Okay, but it's disengaged. So right now we have a very heavy tone. Okay, now there seems to be a little bit of reverb, and I believe that's because of the room. If you go here, you can see all the microphones working, and I'm gonna choose the amp closet. So there's a room mic here. If you solo that, there's also nothing, because if you put it like this, there's your room. And I'm gonna mute it. I don't wanna hear it. And then of course you have your mic collection. There's a lot of stuff here, so you can really tailor your tone. This is extremely powerful. I'm not going to do anything regarding microphones because I will mess up our tone, but I can tell you that if you go here via tech, check out this and see. This is really a little bit confusing how you can do different stuff with the microphones. This is amazing. Like, I don't know how many thousands of points they have here. They explain this on YouTube. Let's leave it this way. There's a lot of options here. You guys have to figure out if you have this amazing software. It's not cheap, I can tell you that. Then you have speakers, and you can choose different speakers, you know, where it's being mic'd up, and then different types of speakers as well. But let's say with this vintage 30, because I don't want to mess too much with all these options, because then you have also as well rack effects to put after the cabinet, and also effects to put before, in between, everything like parametric EQs, stuff like that, tube compressor, digital delays and stuff like that. Maybe we'll add something at the end. Now let's go for the Mark 5 channel, I believe, right? Mark 4. No, it says Mark 4, so it has Mark 2 C+, Mark 4 and Extreme. So channel 3. Now it's in Mark 2 C+. Let's see how it sounds. A little thicker, but less volume. Let's put the master max out. I think these amps need a lot of tweaking in order to get the tone that you really want. Right, so it's normal. Let's stay with the normal. Let's see if this EQ does anything. It does. I'm gonna just confirm. I believe this EQ, when it's on, this does nothing. Let me just confirm if I was right or wrong. So my bad, it really works. Even on the first channel, we have a lot of distortion. So it's only disabled. All these EQs are only disabled if it's in preset mode. It's like if it was a preset. Now this is Mark II C+, very known amp used by John Petrucci and a lot of other bands. Of course, they don't just use the amp; they have to tweak it to their heart's content. But right now, I will increase the bass. You know, leave the EQ as it is. Because as you can see, and I heard a lot about Mesa Boogies, it's a little bit muffled, the tone here with the low end when you mute the strings. That's why it needs a tube screamer in front. It sounds kind of weird. Max out the gain here. And it starts to sound like you're getting some fuzz tones. Now in the Mark IV, gain all the way up. Now let's go for the Extreme. As always, we have a problem with volume. Let's dial this back. The gain is all the way up. Now I don't know if a really Mark V sounds like this or similar. Never tried one, so but if you want some tightness, you really have to have a pedal in front. So what I'm going to do is just engage the pedal and see how it sounds, just by itself, the way it is. I must say that although these pickups are AMG, they're not the most aggressive AMG pickups that I have. My Jackson has AMG Zack-Wild on it, and it's much more aggressive. As well as my other Epiphone Prophecy. These pickups are not necessarily very, very heavy, okay? But they sound heavy anyway. Now we have a problem here, for me at least. Lots of treble. So it's kind of hard to dial exactly the tone that you want, you know? If I go here into preset, okay, better not do that. So I'm gonna try to dial here some tone. Roll back a little bit the gain. You know, the first impression that I had about this amp, it sounds good, but it needs a lot of tweaking and some extra pedals to make it sound the best. Let's take all the mids. Even here on the slide EQs. Solo, it's not engaged on the back, so it doesn't matter. And you still have output as well. So if I'm going to preset sliders here, I have to put the master way low. And now you have depth control, preset depth. But I want to stick with typical sliders that this amp is famous for. Well, master, always have to do this. So you better save your patches. So I'm really not that happy with the tone, to be totally honest with you. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. Probably let me engage here a little bit more tone. Seems always like there's missing something, even distortion, I don't know. It is a brutal sound, but it's not that very, I would say, modern tone. Where you have like all the control on the high end, maybe just reduce a little bit here, play a chord and go to the sliders. Very extreme slider. Okay. So I don't know, maybe early Metallica, probably something like this, I don't have a clue. Or probably in this case, we would have to change our cabinet. So there's a lot of cabinets here. Let's try this one. Metal ones. I wanted to try just the boogie because it's from Mesa Boogie, right? But there's it's clipping right now. There's a 2x12 Mesa that it's unlocked, which is the rectifier horizontal. So it will be a totally different tone and much more volume. So let me reduce this. It doesn't sound any better, at least for me. I know this is a very capable software. Like I told you in ToneNet, you will find all sorts of tones from Metallica, and you'll see that it really delivers. But right now, this cracks and pops is because it's a very low latency where you choose here. It's 32 buffer size. The computer can handle, so I'm going to use it. Let's go to the speakers or the cabs again. No, this is amps, speakers. And let's choose again the 4x12 by Mesa. So you can choose a lot of different kind of, you know, cabinets here. I don't know. Braid silver. And then you have to adjust accordingly. So I'm going to stick with recto traditional slant. Now, one thing I think this will be better with custom IR. It will probably do a lot more justice to the tone. Now it's a little too low in volume. Let's go with the microphone to see if we can do something a little bit better. Let's disengage the Neumann. I think it's a Neumann. Okay, let's go just with the Neumann. Put it on a cone. It's probably more gain than you'll have a need, because if you're double tracking your guitars, you don't need so much gain. And then again, it will sound very different if you use too much gain. Let me go to Mark II C+. MK4, right, Mark IV, and then Extreme. So basically this is it, and then probably I would have like an EQ, like a 10-band EQ probably here. Get rid of some muddiness. I'm doing this really fast, so Let's see if you can put this pedal here at the front. It's not letting me do this, I don't know why. You can also put it here after. But it's basically the same, so I'm gonna put it right there. And then you can do a lot of stuff, put more pedals here. There's a very extensive rack for you to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, you can get pretty much, I'm gonna disengage this, any tone you want. You just have to pay lots of attention, because I know for a fact that other amps here sound just awesome right out of the box. But Mesa Boogie's, I don't know, from videos that I've seen, even Ola Anglin talking about when he bought his first dual or single rectifier, they didn't sound any good because he didn't know he had to push it with a tube screamer. Okay guys, so this is all for today. I could go deeper, but the video is already too long. If you want me to do a video on this one regarding more effects, more amps, I can test them all. You have lots of amps here to choose from and they all sound great. Now, like I told you before, Amplitude sent me this, AK Multimedia sent me this, but I have to ask for extra licenses like I did before to have all this kind of ambient, these X pedals that they have that sound amazing. And probably there's a better overdrive to put here in front of the amp, so it sounds a little bit more thicker. And but there's a lot of presets here in ToneNet. If you go here and type like Metallica, it will appear a lot of stuff and a lot of good stuff, to be honest. And you just click it and you can preview it, like it's here. I'm gonna do this really quick. Sand Hanger, Metallica, James and Kirk, Master Opera, I don't know. Okay, there's no volume, I don't know why. Okay, my guitar. This is not definitely one of the best, but I know there's some great ones there. See, this noise is because this amp is locked, but it's closed. Right? Enter Sandman updated. Now, custom IR, I don't know if I can go here because this should not be working. Okay, there's a custom IR. I don't know how it's working because it's not supposed to be there. I don't have any custom IR. But I have to explore this a little bit more, so I'm running out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the AK Multimedia Mark V Mesa Boogie amp. I can do for other amps, but I would like to dedicate more time to this one. So leave me a comment below if you want to see more options about IRs and tones from this amp, because it's a really great software, and if you can afford it, just do it. For me, it's the best. I know, you know, even I know I have Archetype, everything from Neural DSP. They're very ready. I prefer to be a little bit more, have more options here and dial the tones the way I want. So stay tuned for more, guys. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so, because half of my viewers don't subscribe at all. So and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, stay safe.